sure they would want to repeat that.
Yeah, they will probably start favourite. Interestingly, though, the Italians, Cracciun and Santini, they won the C2 1000 gold yesterday and looked very good. They've also previously, I think, if my research tells me correctly, they were good in the World Championships last year. I think they finished 5th at the World Championships, so not a bad form. The Poles, Kітевські and Zezula, they almost snatched gold. There they are there on the screen. They almost took the gold in Szeged, just beaten in the last 10 metres or so by the Hungarians, so I'm sure they'll be out to atone for that in front of their home crowd. Of course, the Italian combination, Casiedi and Carlo Takkіні, 3rd in Szeged,
and the Fuchs brothers. Yeah. Martin Fuchs are coming off his win yesterday, so I'm sure he'd like another podium.
Absolutely sure he would, and he told me earlier on the week, I was chatting to him, just how it's personal for it. Don't drink the water, Martin. Seriously, what are you doing, bro?
Wants to lose some weight.
Yeah, man. You don't want to get halfway through the race and nothing worse than getting 250 metres into a 500-metre race and thinking, ooh,
better get to that line quick.
What's going on at the back end? Anyway, so yes, he told me earlier this week just how the C1 is his big race. Obviously, that's his medal prospect, etc. But how the C2 is a personal thing for him because it's with his brother. Of course, his family, the name, the Fuchs family is famous, and I think Esther, you may know this. I think he's recently become a father.
Yep, he has. Cutest little baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there any other type?
No.
Never discount the French, Bart and Leonard. They will give it a bit of a shake, I'm sure. And the second of the Polish crews, Glasnow and Barniak, they were 7th in Szeged. There they are there. They were coming from lane 9, which we've already seen today. Is not a bad thing. But they were 7th in Szeged, so they will be no slouches at all. But I think the athletes to watch, the Hungarians, and the Italians and the first Polish crew of Kítevszky and Zezula, and maybe if they can cause an upset, the Fuchs brothers, but it's a very good field. It is an Olympic event, folks, don't forget that. So, you know, these guys are all eyeing off Duisburg later this year. They're all eyeing off a quota to get to Paris next year. Where's the African continental qualifiers, Esty? Do we know yet?
At this stage, it sounds like it's going to be in Nigeria in November, but we don't know dates and everything.
Anyway, you won't need to go to that because you would have already qualified in Duisburg.
That would be cool.
Yep, that's the goal. And we're underway here in the men's C2 500 final.
Quite an equal start there. The Hungarians didn't have the best run out the blocks.
And already they're a little bit behind the Chinese, who we didn't even mention in the preview, Lu and Jai, Bo and Jai, who have been racing together for a little while now, so they are used to each other. But let's have a look now. There are the Fuchs brothers, Peter and Martin. I think the Polish crew is also doing very well. The combination of Kítevszky and Zezula. In fact, they may have a slight lead at the moment over the Chinese. The Hungarians leave themselves a little bit of work there at this stage.
The Chinese looking like they're keen to match the women's results.
Yep, so there is Zezula and Kítevszky, silver medalists from Szeged. And the Chinese, Jai and Lu, sorry, also putting in a challenge, but it's Poland in front at the moment. The Fuchses are putting in a brave race as well in the middle of the field, but this is very close.
It's a very close race.
There's 5 or 6 boats in contention here. It's Zezula and Kítevszky. The Hungarians have a little bit of work to do if they're going to get through here. They're now starting to put the foot down. They're starting to come through. The Italians also putting up a brave fight, Cracciun and Santini, but it looks like it is the Hungarian combination of Kítevszky and Zezula. You can hear the home crowd willing them on. The Italians, Casiedi and Takkіні, are coming through as well, though.
Very strong there.
In fact, the Poles are going backwards. It's Casiedi and Takkіní, the Italians in lane 2. This will be a huge boil over. I know they were 3rd in Szeged, but this is a big result for Kасадеyi and Takkіні. They're going to take the gold. Lane 1, the Ukrainians, ВЕРГЕЛЕС and РИБАЧОК, taking silver.
What a race for those young boys.
And Takkіní is, I don't know who he's telling to be quiet, but he's telling maybe the Polish crowd. He's just doing the shh. You can do that. Winners are grinners, Esty. You can do a bit of showmanship maybe, but
I'm too shy to do that.
I'm looking forward to it, the day I'm going to call you winning the gold and seeing your post race celebration. But look at, you know, that means a lot, I know, for Carlo Takkіní. He's been paddling for so many years now. You know, he was there paddling when Sebastian Brendel was at his very, very best. He was there when you know, the Brazilians started to come through and trying to keep up. So he's always sort of been operating in the shadows of these great athletes.
Yeah, and it's nice to just come down straight through and be like, hey, I'm here. Also, look at them, like, being half a boat length behind and then coming up for such a spectacular finish in the last 100 meters.
And he missed qualification for Tokyo, so I think the C2 represents a good opportunity for him to guarantee himself a place in Tokyo, and the strength of belief that they would have now, Esty, after coming, as you said, coming from a long way back there. Look at that finish. That is a really strong final 200 metres. Let's see who got third. I think it was the Poles.
I think it was the Poles. The Italians came through strong, but just not enough space.
Goodness knows what happened to the Hungarians. They were finished second to last, so not a good race for the Hungarians after their surprise gold medal 2 weeks ago. But I'm pretty happy. I'm really happy for this Italian combination.
Absolutely. You can see the elation on his face.
Takkіní, what are you telling you to be crazy? Maybe he's talking to you and me, Esty.
Maybe.
He's telling us to be quiet.
Maybe.
I'll have a word to him afterwards and find out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's nice to see such...
I'm looking forward to hearing what they've got to say. It'll mean the world to them. Don't pull my hair out. Just checking to make sure it's real hair. Is this your hair, bro? It's so strong. It's so bushy. All right, let's have a listen to our gold medalists from Italy.
Congratulations, guys. Surprise finish. Is it a surprise for you as well?
We're surprised to be in front, but not surprised of our how you say, our level. We knew that the C2 was fast, and we just needed to show it one more. So yeah, we're really happy about it.
Were you able to perform how you planned?
Yeah, the wind didn't help us for sure. It was a little bit side wind. We almost dipped at the end, but I guess it was enough. So we pretty good.
Congratulations. Thank you very much.
You know, I guess that's always a factor with the C1, hey, is a side wind.
For the C2? Yeah.
Well, for any of the canoe disciplines, to be honest. Like, I mean, it's tough enough keeping the boat straight with a rudder. I can't imagine what it should be like if we don't have one.
For sure. So there we have confirmation. Kасадеyi and Takkіні, gold. Another medal for the Ukrainians. I mean, we didn't even mention them in the introduction, but in our defence, we haven't seen them this year. So ВЕРГЕЛЕС and РИБАЧОК taking the silver, and it was Kітевські and Zezula who took the bronze medal for Poland. They had such a good day yesterday, the Poles. Are they going to win medals today? Well, it could come, Esty, in this next race.